off with electrical systems. I'm the electrician here. Now with them making into something else, I'm just here for intel, pretty much telling them about the building and stuff, so their architects and people can do what they need to do to retrofit the building to something new. And that's pretty much what I do right now here. It's a 500,000 square foot facility. There's 18 buildings on the property. 1958 criteria. It's when they're built. Used to be an institution. Here's the main open solarium, they call it. Open area where everybody hang out and shit, kind of like a family room. That's the smoking room right here for the patients. They did it after they couldn't smoke everyone in the hospital anymore, so then they made smoking rooms. I don't know what year that was, it's probably 80 sometime or so. That's one of the patient cigarette lighters there where you push the button and it'd heat up red hot so the patient wouldn't have lighters or matches. Here's their courtyard here. And that used to be a separate courtyard. They used to be able to walk off that gate that's right there. So it'd be two different bands of patients or whatever. And that's the courtyard. Here's the kitchen from this area. This kitchen used to serve both wards. These are two separate wards. And they had a freight elevator went down to the main kitchen. We're actually in the same, we're in a separate ward now. They're split in half. Right here's a dividing line. Back in the day, that door wouldn't be open. They have to keep the nuts separated. So.
Is that new, man?
Yeah, this is from our latest break-in here. You can see all the DNA they left behind. Plus a Pabst Blue Ribbon for evidence. I know who they are. I'll come back and hunt them pretty soon here.
So how often do people try to break in?
It used to be just about twice a week until we started staking out the place. Now it's not so much now. We've kind of relaxed a little bit, so now they're coming back again, new groups of people. But yeah, they just come in, just I don't know, just to break stuff, and write stuff. And get some exercise with swinging a sledgehammer. I bet you anything last time these people here, they start opening all these windows so they can reach in. Bet you anything. This is Ward G, right and left. They used to be called something else, but they changed it over some time ago to Ward G. It's kind of like the other wards. These are much bigger in size. The footprints, I think this sector is like 100,000 square foot, this sector. It's a lot bigger in size. Low security patient rooms. Kind of the same criteria. They have like the shower rooms here, the bathtub rooms and stuff. Pretty much all the same. A lot of these areas here were more medical type things where they have the Edwards systems hooked up where the patient monitor controls are and stuff like that. More of like a, me after surgery, post-surgery or whatever. Like that. And, here's a heavy, high security. This is what they call a quiet room here on this floor. All these, same thing, high security. They shared a bathroom so that way these patients wouldn't interfere with other patients. They were locked in this area and that's where they were. These two rooms share the same bathroom right here where the nurse could go in this door and unlock one of the doors and let one of them in at a time. This floor used to be protected by CCTV where they had cameras everywhere on this floor. So it's relatively medium security at least. Here's another open solarium room here, sunlight room. This overlooks the courtyard. This courtyard right in front of this is more of like just a normal doctors and nurses courtyard, like a lunch courtyard. As you can tell, the fence is only 4 foot high, it's doing 12 foot, barbed wire. Now we're on the very first floor. This is Ward B and C. And these rooms here had a lot more lockers and stuff, showers set up. There's a lot more people on this floor here. More of a lower security floor. You can kind of tell with all these windows over here, all these floors are frosted out where the patients out in the courtyard can't see in. The patients who are in this courtyard were from Ward A, which is a behavioral department, a lot higher security patients, a lot more, aggressive patients. And here it was a little bit lower security patients, so they blocked out the windows, so I guess they couldn't talk to each other. This is a little higher security room here, as you can tell. Same with this one, so dim with the screen out of it. Smoking room. And this is more M&L. This is pretty much the highest security area in the building. The M side was continue to stay female, and the L side was continue to stay male. This is probably the higher security wards out here. They're on the third floor, so they don't have courtyard access. All the doors up here go from wood to steel. They did have some low security rooms like these ones here we're walking past. Pretty much same setup, same bathroom setup and everything. Yeah. And they had CCTV up here too. Here's their seclusion room, except for their iron doors. You can tell there's knuckle prints in the iron doors. So people really beat the crap out of everything up here. The mesh on the windows are much heavier duty up here. And here's a narcotic room. This is where they'd hand the narcotics to the patients at right here. Inside those steel cabinets is narcotic boxes for the high security narcotics. The nursing headquarters is right here. So they can monitor all the patients, fire alarms, monitor patient alarms, all that stuff, dim lights and stuff. This is like the command center for this side of the ward. And this is just like the ward downstairs, shock therapy's at the very end, same layout and everything, just different color pattern. There's a lot of these doctor's offices up here were x-ray rooms. This is one of the main x-ray rooms here. This is the main x-ray room that did all the heavy-duty x-rays, the chest x-ray machines back there. And this is like pretty much all original with the building here. And the developing rooms back there. And they have a bunch of smaller x-ray rooms in these offices for like, with smaller criteria. This is Ward F. And this is a more of a surgery recovery room area. Here's an intake area here where they take in new patients. And they take a shower, put their personal belongings in here, stuff like that. It's kind of like an interviewing room in a sense. Here's another narcotic room where they hand out narcotics. And here's kind of a special room here. I'm not sure exactly what this is used for. At one time it was an old patient room, a heavy duty with concrete walls, but they took the door off and put a little bathroom in here so the patient would never leave this area. So I'm not sure if this was some sort of special something or what, but it's kind of a different setup. Here's a heavy duty seclusion room here. This is one of the higher security ones. You come in here, you have the beds bolted down to the floor in here. And you got the stainless steel ceiling, you got the little motion thing watching in the corner. And you got the Edwards system, which monitors for sound and talking and stuff. This is a pretty high security room here. This is Ward A. This is probably one of the most asked about wards in this building. This is more of a behavior modification unit in here. And hey, the cop, this door locks. And here, this is the highest security rooms in the building right here. These ones here, the bed was bolted down to the floor right here. As you can tell, this is really high security. You got a second shower door here that has 3 deadbolts on it. That they would just lock the person off with 3 deadbolts. And there used to be another door right here that was airlocked, so it's sealed off so you couldn't hear them yelling and stuff. And these people would not leave this area. As you can tell here, there's an institutional type toilet sink set up, pretty heavy duty, it's all stainless. And these 2 rooms are exactly the same way, except they had a window in them. They took the inner doorways out. These doorways were just like the doorways we went through. These all had double doors also. The beds are bolted down. Steel ceiling, everything was concrete encased. I mean, it's pretty high security in here. Like that, I mean, these are pretty stronghold rooms. And Ward A is kind of typically set up like everything else, except this is the behavioral area. You can tell everything here is dented in and stuff. Everything's been pretty well beaten here. The patients over the years. This area here was Ward A's solarium type eating area. As you can tell here, Well, we're in Ward F right now. This is a lot higher security. They have heavy mesh, expanded steel over all the kitchen areas. All lights are all triple coated. I mean, everything here is a lot heavier duty. All these windows here have steel mesh screens covering the windows, unlike the other ward. And then their screen doors all stainless steel. This is a lot higher security area. Here's their courtyard here. This courtyard was just used by Ward A, nobody else. And at one time, this fence that you can see straight ahead of us used to be about 15 feet taller, but the company cut that down because it looked too institutional-like. But it went up another 15 feet, almost to that second story area there, and it all recessed back with barbed wire. Same with all along here, so these fence posts, they all had a, expanded steel, like a fireplace would have to keep sparks from coming out so people couldn't climb it. It was all wrapped around this whole area, so they were really locked in this area. This is a real high security courtyard. This was separate from any other patients or anything. This was completely proprietary to Ward A. So this is their area. That's why all those windows that we're walking through the ward are all kind of snowed out, so the patients over here couldn't screw with those patients in there. Like that stuff. But you can tell everything's a lot heavier duty here in this ward, a lot more. And a lot of the security has been pulled out by contractors over time, and they took a lot of stainless steel, but this used to be pretty much all steel in here. Now this is like a state pen almost in this room here. I mean, this ward. It's a lot higher security. That and, well, here's the laboratory for the surgery area, and here's an autoclave here. That's where they sterilize all their surgery equipment at. And then this is like more of a washer type sterilizer device. They're still used today. Same thing nowadays. That was like a whole heavier duty unit. Water sanitizer and some other weird type of sanitizer. And this used to be the main X-ray room in here. They turned it into a storage area now. You can see the lead case doors and stuff, and all the still rigging on the ceiling for the old X-ray machine. And here's the light duty surgery area right here. This is like the plaster of the EEG room. They perform many surgeries here. This is like a main normal surgery headquarters. 50 style, it's a little bit different nowadays, but.
Yeah, and while you're getting work done, you can watch from it in your own fucking room.
That's true, yeah. That was the plaster room back there for casts and stuff. And this is probably just like a storage for essential supplies for the surgery. If something happened here, you got hit by Al-Qaeda. And this is like the main lobotomy room here. This was like the main room where they did lobotomies and heavier duty surgery practices was in this room here. And in fact, there's a documentary somewhere on the History Channel where you can watch this actual room being with an 8mm camera where they're recording patients getting lobotomies and stuff.
Yeah, I remember like last time we were in here, there was like a bench, a table, or like.
Yeah, there's a setup right here, and bench and stuff, and then we got bombed. Alright, so here, this is the morgue here. And this is part of the surgery practice, I guess. It's kind of an interesting morgue. I mean, you can see all the scratch marks in the very back of the morgue, which is kind of interesting, on the back wall. And the other thing that's kind of interesting with this morgue is that most morgues don't have patient alarms. So it's kind of strange. Here's the main kitchen. This is well, they cook food and stuff. Lots of freezers up here. And
Actually, never been in this room.
yeah.
Never.
This is they sold most of the equipment out here, but used to be everything here is all electric or steam. There was no gas here, and there was a bunch of pizza ovens packed here, electric grill tops, deep fat fryers, and more pizza ovens over there. Something you normally don't see nowadays. This is a steam pressure cooker. It was all heated off of the building steam system. Still used today, but mostly in big institutions or coliseums or whatnot. They have steam heat. This is the tunnel here. This is the beginning of the tunnel. They would have to transport patients to the MP building, which is the swimming pool area, through this area. That's where there's fences on all the steam pipes and all the electrical wires are all protected for the patients. And they used to transport it there so they wouldn't escape, I guess. This here is the MP building. As you can tell, it's all fenced off, institutional fencing. So patients could roam out here. There's a baseball field out that way, some racquetball field things. And inside as well as the swimming pool and the workout room, and then also the basketball gym. This is the gym area here. And they have their stage right there, as you can tell. And it's pretty much, it's set up for conferences also. There's a bunch of doors down there that can pull out a bunch of chairs and tables and stuff. And here was the swimming pool. Used to be a big diving board there. Goes 10 feet deep. All these doors here would roll up during summertime for sunlight to come in. Kind of a cool pool. As you can tell, the building's built the same like the rest, all concrete roofs. Pretty well built. This is the building we're trying to save, make into a community center for the neighborhood.